What up?
Hi.
Okay, so the last video that I made was 3 meals under 75 cents. And just to be clear, just to get all the credit I can get, one recipe was 72 cents, another recipe was like 66 cents, and another recipe was, I think it was like 55. So in this video, I mentioned that we were at, I almost said the library. We were at the laundromat, and I presumed some homeless guy in a van tailgating. I don't know. It just looks so dreamy. And then I was kind of joking and kind of serious that I would invite myself in on the tailgate. Remember this too?
I recall.
This was just moments ago. It was like maybe an hour ago.
Mhm.
Felt like so long. So we go back up to get our laundry to put it in the dryer, and I don't see the guy. He's not tailgating, but the doors are still open on the back of his van, and he has a dog that's like right in front of the van. And I'm thinking, and on the drive over, I'm thinking like, how am I gonna strike up a conversation? Because I'm still joking in my mind. Like, am I really gonna try to chat it up? You know? Because I don't normally do that, and it's fucking late, and you don't want to do any of that. Okay, so I'm trying to think, how am I gonna strike up a conversation with Mr. Tailgate? And I'm thinking like, hey, what song is that you're listening to, right? But he's not sitting out there. So we go in, and we're moving our stuff from the washer to the dryer, and who walks by? Guy with the button-up shirt. And I was like, hey, is that your dog? And he was like, yep. And he starts chatting it up. How much did you hear about the dog? Because you walked off at one point.
Yeah, he's like a war dog.
Yeah, dude, like, this is the craziest story, so I have to tell some of it. I'm not going to tell 99% of the story because it was not family friendly. This guy was bold. He was like, I was going to say young lady. I'm not a fucking young lady. This lady can handle these stories. She's a bold person. And it's like, dude, I'm a weenie. I don't watch anything crazy. But he's like, I'll give you some more stories for an hour. And I was like, I was really engaged. I was like, it felt timeless. It was like, man, how many hours has gone by? Like, all these stories. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. So I was like, hey, is that your dog? Or what's your dog's name or something? And he instantly starts telling me all these crazy stories. He's like, yeah, this dog was working with the Marines in Iraq, I think he said. And he was saying that the dog had worked for 4 years, and then he had tendinitis, and they were going to do what they do with military dogs when the dogs can't work anymore. Essentially, they were gonna like kill it. And he, I guess, was following some military, maybe it was a military dog, I don't know what it was, but he's following some Facebook group, and he saw that this dog was going to be transitioned to the next stage of, I was going to say next stage of life, I don't know if that's how it works. Anyway, so he was like, no, right? He jumped in and was like, I will buy this dog. And he was like, I use the word like too much. Fuck it. Let's go with it. That's how I talk. Okay. He said that he essentially paid $20,000 for the dog. He said it was like $1,000 to buy the dog from the military. And then it was essentially $19,000 more to like store the dog, transport the dog, like all this craziness. I think he said it was like $750 a day to like, I don't know. It doesn't matter. No one cares. I care. All right. The dog cares. I'm sure the dog cared. Anyway, so he's like telling me all these crazy stories of like what the dog has been through. And of course, I'm soaking it up. I'm like, oh my God, this dog has been through. This dog has had a full fucking life. Like me, I live on the couch. I have not had a full life. This dog has done a lot. So I want to meet the dog. I want to be best friends with the dog. So he's like telling me how, like, he used the word docile, how docile the dog was. So we go outside. Oh man, I love this dog. I pet this dog for like, how long was I petting the dog?
I don't know.
I was giving the dog a major massage. Like, I was massage envying up on this dog. I was like back-breaking labor of giving this dog. What is that look on your face? You don't like these visuals? Well, I was giving it my all. I was massaging, and I don't, heads up, if someone is hearing this and they were like, oh, my dog wants a massage too, no, I don't massage random ass dogs, except this one. This one I was really inspired. I was like, you served our country. You deserve a massage. So, man, massaging that dog, I felt very loved in that moment. It's hard to describe. I just felt really good. This dog was great. So while I was massaging the dog, the guy was telling us like all these crazy ass stories. Like, the owner was a Marine for 30 years and just had all these not family friendly stories. And every 5 minutes I was like, oh my God. I was like, that's crazy. I can't imagine. Like, I was just being dramatic. I really wanted to talk about this, but I feel like I can't convey, because he was bringing the noise. I was just listening. It was very passive. I was, other than my oohing and awing every 5 fucking seconds. It was just incredible, just the amount of entertainment, the whining and dining this man was doing, of telling us like his life and just all the extreme shit he's been through. And here I am making tailgating jokes about him and his hero dog. Turns out he's a badass. He saved a dog, dude. What else? Oh, I'm gonna put a picture. Like, I'm gonna find a free picture online. It's not gonna be the guy or his van or his dog. Whatever you're looking at now does not belong to who I talked to. This is some internet photo that I took for free. It is not copyright. I feel like I know you're tired and we just listened to somebody talk for a long ass time, but you have to tell me what you thought. Speak into the mic. Please. What do you think of his stories?
I mean, it's like hardcore war stories.
Yeah.
Like,
were you impressed? Were you like, oh my God, he lived to tell all this. This is crazy. He was showing us pictures, like on his phone.
mm-hmm.
He's like, I've got the pictures to back it up. I was like, this guy's so hardcore. I have to do something with this information, and then I can't convey any of it because I wasn't the one telling the stories. So,
yeah.
What'd you think of the dog? You don't give a damn.
I'm not a dog person.
You're like, even this dog who's a badass, unimpressed. That's fine. I, on the other hand, was like, I want this dog. This dog's my new best friend. Well, that did not capture any of it, but I have to share this with the world. This will be like a journal entry for myself and for you, in case you ever want to remember this day. You have to add something. You have to add something that you want your future self to remember about meeting this guy. Maybe we'll run into him again. I mean, it's not like impossible. We obviously go to the same laundromat. We both obviously like to pretend that we're homeless.
I don't know. This is interesting, seeing somebody who's been through multiple wars. I don't know.
30 years of 30 plus.
Mm-hmm.
Peace.